Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Well, welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This can be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take a resonance and you rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Remember that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule, and it's a good idea to have an empty cup. We are on Lady Noble's channel, and you really want to see what's up, okay? Be sure to tell a family, friend, or foe, or come on over and subscribe to the channel so that they can be privy to these spiritual notifications. There is enough space in this place for everyone to be notified, okay? Hope you all are doing well and wonderful. Thank you for your support and your kindness. May you receive these messages for your highest good. There are no other intentions on this channel, but except for you to be inspired or motivated in a positive way, that is for your highest good, and that it may create a spark within you that assists you in pivoting in your own direction on your own time by your freedom of will and choice. That is best for you, not for me, but that is best for you. There are no other intentions on this channel, okay? But upliftment, inspiration, motivation, okay? So we can come to the channel each and every time with an empty cup, okay? All right, no assumptions, okay? Having too many assumptions will mislead you, and it's a waste of your energy, aka your currency, and currency is very valuable. I'm pretty sure we agree on that, okay? So no assumptions. And as I rain on the word assumptions, I received a download. And there's someone who could be experiencing some kind of judgment from others. There's someone who could be experiencing some kind of misjudgment from others. Okay, there could be people maybe critiquing you, judging you, speaking on you, maybe gossiping about you. This could be maybe family, friends, okay, someone in a community. This could be neighbors, this could be social media, um, in the church, out the church. I always get that energy, okay? Hey, church people, all right. And also, if you have children, there could be someone maybe trying to, maybe speaking around your children, and children will come back and repeat what they hear. Doesn't matter what their age is, and so I'm picking up on that as well. You may have children who maybe when they return from school or they return from a family member's house or a friend, they could be sharing what was said about you or saying things that are out of the ordinary. As precious and innocent as children is, the minors are, they're smart as well. We all are very smart and very intelligent, but you have to be mindful what you say around children. If you are, speaking or saying something that's not kind about anyone's parent, be careful if you're saying it around their child, because it's coming back to the parent, okay? And so you may be hearing this and be aware of this, and you may be asking your child, hey, where'd you get that from? And they're just looking at you all starry-eyed like, and you're like, oh, I know, you overheard this, okay? So I'm picking up you're very intuitive as well. And so Spirit is saying for you, whether you're a single parent, someone who has a living spouse, male or female. I'm also picking up on the energy of a single dad as well. Do not let this judgment or this negative projection that these people or person is spewing around your child. No, it's not right and it's not fair. And your intuition is right. Number one, you don't have to disregard it. I'm picking up on someone who instantly, when they heard their child say something, they say, I know where this comes from. Don't let this get you upset. Spirit is saying that these people who are doing this are people who don't know any better, and they want you not to become upset. Don't stress yourself. There's no need to check anyone. Let it be. This could also be helpful. Spirit is saying this could also be helpful for you, collective. You may get a whiff of something that you need to know. So don't front anyone off and don't become upset. And don't show any anger or distress to your child either. Let it be. The child is innocent. If they're in school and they hear a staff member or a teacher saying something about you, it's not their fault. They're where they're supposed to be, in school. If they're in daycare or latchkey and they hear something, it's not their fault. They're where they're supposed to be. So don't become upset. What people say and think about us is out of our control. And whether it's, no, it's not nice, it's not right. But Spirit is saying for you to savor your energy, stay reserved. It's just not worth the battle, even though it may pee you off from time to time. So that's for somebody. Let them assume. Let them assume, Spirit is saying, because the word assumption, I kept raining on it. And the Spirit is saying, let them assume. Let people think what they want to think about you. It's nothing we can do about it. There's a lot of people in the world we live in, okay? And it would take a lot of you, every bit of you, to try to control what someone is going to say about you or what they think about you. This could be a neighbor as well. Let people have their opinions, whether it's negative or positive, and do not spend your energy becoming upset, stressing out your household about it, or explaining or trying to prove a point. Continue to focus on you and just mind a business that pays you, okay? Because the same energy that they are putting out, if this, someone is doing that, speaking about you negatively or just saying things that shouldn't be spoken about you, well, that energy, has to return to them. So what goes around really does come back around, okay? So let it be. It will dissolve itself, Spirit is saying. It will dissipate. That energy will dissipate. And people will always have something to say. It's a part of life, okay? All right. All right, let it be. Let them critique. I'm picking up on energy of someone who wants to critique. Maybe they're critiquing your parenting. Maybe they're saying you're overprotective. Uh, maybe you could be someone who's very different, unorthodox. Okay, you could be someone who's into spirituality. Maybe you're someone who's you're very unique. Okay, and you don't mind standing up for yourself, and you're not someone to go along to get along. It's what you see, what you get kind of energy. You're very down to earth. You're very natural in your existence, how you present yourself, and you're very direct. And collective, one thing is for sure, and two is for certain. People do not like when they cannot control you or they don't have access to you. And so when they can't control you and they don't have access, the next thing they do is want to gossip and slander, and sometimes try to get other people to not like you, or you're just on their mind. Okay, it's like you're running marathons through their mind. You're building mansions in their mental faculties. And so Spirit is saying for you to transmute that and know that you're very special, you're very valuable, you are important so much that they cannot stop talking or thinking about you. But don't let it disturb you. It's part of life. Doesn't matter what your profession is, whether you're famous, world renowned, hood renowned, group renowned, okay, faculty renowned, okay, people are going to be people. And when they cannot control you or you're not someone to go along to get along, hanai, they're going to be chatty patties. Spirit is saying, let them. Because I'm picking up that you're not a mean person, you're not a cruel person, but you are someone who's very honest and direct. And these could be people who are accustomed to people, conforming to their desires, meaning, oh, I need so many parents to sign up for so and so, and if I don't, maybe my boss going to come down on my neck if I don't get so many parents to sign up for this program. And maybe you're that one parent's like, no, thank you, And every time they ask you to join something, you're like, no, thank you. And so this rubs them in the wrong way. This pees them off how honest you are, how direct you are, and possibly you could be also. Maybe I'm seeing someone meeting with staff or something. Maybe when you visit your child's daycare, this could also be a babysitter as well. Okay, a babysitter or someone's house that you let your child stay over, like to spend a night or spend time, or when you visit their school, maybe when you're in meetings, or if it's not a meeting, you're just picking up your child. Maybe you have staff members try to intentionally try to insult you or antagonize you or find a way to throw a jab at you. Spirit is saying this is intentional. And by you receiving this confirmation through this message, let that inspire you to keep your peace. Um, you know, uh, Keep your peace, because they're trying to like get you riled up or upset, because people, there is someone who wants to see you upset. I'm picking up you're someone who presents yourself in a very calm manner. You're very balanced. Okay, you're a sweetheart, whoever you are, male or female. But the way you present yourself and carry yourself, not just at their school or the daycare or picking up your child from a friend's house or a relative's house, just in all that you do, and it's not fake. This is who you are. And so they have a problem with the peace that you carry. Okay, so this is someone who is harnessing some kind of chaotic energy, some kind of toxic energy. It's low vibrational, and so when they come across something that is unfamiliar, which is a higher frequency, their only response is, "Let me start some ish." Let me start some gossip. Let me start some slander. They want to try to break down the frequency or the vibration that you carry. And so Spirit is saying that's all that is. You carry an aura and a frequency collective that is unfamiliar to those who are on a lower vibration. And so they assume it to be fake, or they become irritated. It stirs their demons because you're not carrying yourself or acting or responding how they want you to. People become very upset when they don't have access to you, they cannot control you, and you won't conform to what they want you to conform to. It tears them up, and it could be something very small. It could be something very small. When you present that energy that is unfamiliar, it stirs up their demons, and it really creates a dishevelment of their spirit. They become to be scattered. Their energy becomes scattered, and you could be empathic as well, and you could carry some kind of gift of a catalyst of change. That could be one of your gifts. It is meant for you to cross the paths of particular people so that you can provoke or initiate some kind of change. You may have experience being in the presence, as I'm speaking of, on many occasions, of people you know and people whom you don't know, and you feel some kind of weird energy, people acting as if maybe they look at you funny. Maybe you just feel that there's something about their frequency that isn't meshing with yours. You can feel the hatred. You can feel anger. You can feel energy being thrown at you without them speaking a word. So you could be a reader. You're very intuitive, whoever you are, very gifted. And some of you may be aware of this and some of you aren't. But I'm talking to someone who knows how to be silent with their gifts. Okay, not that you're hiding it, meaning when you are in the presence of that chaotic energy, you're not someone to likely put your hand on your hip and start doing the gooseneck. You will recognize, your aura will recognize, and your spirit team will send that signal, and your detector go off, beep, 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 and to remain centered, if you're out handling business and maybe the cashier or whomever you're conducting business with is coming off a little funny or rude or just snabby towards you, and you're saying to yourself, okay, I'm a total stranger. Why are they so snabby? Instead of you responding, you can at least say good morning, and creating a scene, you're likely to stay centered. Let me handle my business and get on up out of here. I don't have to sleep with this person. I don't have to marry this person. And there's no sense in creating confrontation because I don't have to see him again and I really don't have to deal with them. You're likely to go home and cleanse yourself or sit in your car and cleanse yourself. There's many things you can do. I won't talk about it at this time, but you're likely to go handle yourself and put your protection up and keep on going. So that's what I mean by you're very centered, you're very grounded, and you do not allow people to get to you. It's not that you're afraid. You understand and understand how to move about in these cosmic streets, okay? When it comes to the psychology and the spirit and the energy. You could be someone who studies how to, you could be studying energy work, how studying to know how to cleanse your energy, how to recalibrate your energy. studying how to know what is yours and what isn't yours, which is wonderful. Your spirit team is saying keep that going. Don't ever stop that. So continue to be who you are. This message is, before I even touch a card, continue to be who you are and do not dim your light. This is one of your gifts and you're good at it. Keep it going. You do not owe anyone anything, any explanations. Don't explain, but you already know that. I don't have to tell you that. And the idea of you knowing how to remain centered when you come across that low vibrational frequency, because they get that way. Some of them, collective, they don't even know why they are treating you that way. And I know you have scratched your forehead like, well, I don't even look. It's 8 a.m. or it's 6 in the morning. I just asked for 30 on number two. Can I just get my gas? Or maybe you got your chain slammed down in a, like a kind of like, well, why did they throw my money? But you're not going to verbally say, why'd you throw my money? You're likely to smile on the inside, get your change, put it in your pocket, and never return to patronage that business again. You'll never return to that store or that gas station again. You'll leave it just like that because you understand who you are. And as you continue to unfold and learn about the layers of you here on planet Earth, the better, the more smoother, the more harmony and cohesiveness you will gain when interacting with different calibers of people. Because there are so many people who are running around on the daily that are unhealed and who are choosing to not heal themselves. And once again, we can only control ourselves. We can't control them. So when you come across this energy, whether it's from a neighbor, a coworker, a friend, a family member, someone on social media, a total stranger, someone in traffic, anywhere, let it be. But I'm pretty sure you're going to continue to do just that because you understand who you are, where you are, which is equaling you knowing how to navigate through these cosmic streets. Let's tap into the tarot here. Let them assume, do not explain. Use your gifts wisely. And you are protected. There's nothing for you to be anxious or in fear of. You are protected. You're aware of that. Okay. Okay. Your spirit team, like, they know that. Okay. Well, maybe there's one or two who don't know. Okay. They know that. You are protected, though. But they know that is what they're saying. Okay. Oh, tell you that you're protected, but you know that already. Okay. So you may have, whether it's prayer, meditation, whether you're in counsel or doing veneration work, you may have been in communication with your spirit team and they have confirmed to you that you are protected. And I see someone saying to themselves, thank you, I know I am protected. Okay. So they're relaying back to you, they're confirming, and you know who you are, that you are protected, but you know that. Okay. They're saying they sent you the message. They sent you the message already. Okay, that's what that means, collective. Okay. All right. All right, move that out of the way. One second, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so they're confirming that with whatever they spoke to you when you were in counsel with them, they're confirming, but you already know that. You could have also dreamed about this as well. Okay, whether you were in counsel in the 3D or on the astral realm, either way. Okay. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Ah, this is just beautiful energy here. Wow. We have the Five of Cups here. So this is the energy that those who assume or whomever is gossiping about you, about, around your child, whether this is at their school, their daycare, at a family member's house, at a friend's house. Maybe there's somewhere that your child likes to spend time, maybe to play video games, or you let them hang out on the weekend. And kids hear chatter, okay? And they come back home with that foreign language. And I'm going to say foreign because it's language that you're not accustomed to hearing them speak, And you might say, where you get that from? It doesn't matter what age they are. They can be teenagers as well. They could be, a toddler. They could be a teenager. Yeah. And so they are desiring, hoping that they want to see you in the energy of the Five of Cups, but this is not your energy. And just because they are desiring it for you doesn't mean it's going to happen. Okay. This could be someone who feels like they are dealing with a Ten of Wands situation. This is representing the person who is speaking negatively about you, maybe calling you overprotective, maybe saying you're not a great parent. They could be calling you weird, calling you evil, whatever they're calling you, whether they're talking about your aesthetics, where you live, how you talk, whatever it is that they are criticizing or they are choosing to, just be a chatty patty about. This is how they feel about themselves personally and internally. These are people, who need to really focus on themselves. Instead of chatting about you, they should be talking to somebody about themselves and how to release the baggage that they carry. Okay. This person is dealing with a lot. This person has their hands full and more bags on the side. So this is the energy of someone who's overwhelmed. This person could have a lot of financial issues, and this could be someone who has a brand new car. This could be someone who lives in a posh neighborhood or unimpoverished neighborhood. They don't live in the hood. Maybe they live in the burbs. Okay, this could be somewhere that wears a lot of name brand labels. Okay, or the type, oh, I got my credit card, one of those who, it likes to brag about what they have. Okay. It's okay to have nice things, but this is someone who values themselves off of materialism. Okay. Which we know that can perish. Okay. So they don't know about sustainable worth and value. Now, there's nothing wrong with having nice things. There's nothing wrong with being wealthy. But this person is someone who embellishes their lifestyle. And when I say embellish, meaning they volunteer information that you're not even asking. The room could be quiet and everyone could be eating their chicken salad. And they'll just start, oh, you know what I did next week? And they're just extra with it. And so this person could be very burdened in their personal life, in their love life, in their home. They could have a lot of chaotic energy going on personally. And so instead of dealing with it, and because they're choosing not to deal with it, it comes out in slander. This is actually how they feel. And they want someone to join them. They want someone to partake with them in how they feel about themselves. And this is sadness. This Five of Cups is feeling like, help will never be able to be, stability will not be able to be regained. This is sadness. This is loss. This is disappointment. Okay. This Ten of Wands is a heavy burden. This is stress. This is dealing with too much. Look how full her hands is, and there's more bags on the side. And then look at the heel top that she come from. Okay. All right. Even though the path is lit, meaning there is direction available, this is someone who is refusing to answer the call to make the change in their own life. So what happens is people like this, they are most likely to continue their life, and when you see them, everything that glitters really isn't gold, because it's just someone dressed up masking how they truly feel on the inside. They're masking it through materialism. Okay. And so the only thing they can do is project onto others. Okay. This is someone who is refusing to do the work that is necessary. Okay. They are refusing to give themselves options with the Seven of Cups in the upright. This is having many options. This is also temptation and fantasy. So this person could often, they're not familiar with how to be real, how to stand in their authenticity. They don't know how to love all of who they are. And you could be someone who embraces that. Very original, very confident, and people know this about you. It's in your walk, it's in your talk, it's in how you present yourself. But this is someone who lives in a fantasy because they have to mask their reality, and this is their reality. It's a lot of burden. It's a lot of burden. So this person is at a standstill, living in a fantasy instead of standing in their truth and getting to know themselves and learning how to love themselves wholeheartedly, learning how to love themselves. This person does not know what real love is. They may, qualify love as how many things they have, how much money they can spend. Okay. All right, I'd rather circulate it so it can come back. But this is someone who spends, and that spending turns into debt, turns into responsibilities, turns into obligation when they need to be working on love. Okay, and the other things in life will come and flow in naturally. Okay. So that's what it is. And so that's why, and they're having me explain this so you'll have an understanding of whenever someone chooses to maybe body shame you, talk about your aesthetics, how you look, make fun of you, mock you, gossip about you, try to slander your character, or like I said, you pick up that someone's been saying something around your child, whatever it is, it's their energy. It's not your energy. And an unhealed person knows nothing better to do than to project it onto someone else. It's like, this person could be married. They could have an unhappy marriage. They could be just tolerating each other. A lot of people tolerate each other in these marriages. Let's talk about it. Everyone isn't unhappy. There are some marriages where people are happy, but nobody's relationship is perfect. But I'm picking up this person could be being tolerant in their marriage, where they're just dealing with each other because maybe both of them are afraid to maybe be alone. Ooh. Or maybe they have assets entangled with each other, or they're so entangled in having material things that they choose to be together because of a look, a image, a facade, so this person's dealing with a lot. That's what I'm getting. So they're having me explain this so that you have a better understanding moving forward, to make sure that you maintain your balance and don't allow these things to move you. Whether you are a male or a female that I'm talking to, people are going to always have an opinion of you, baby. Don't let it bother you. Don't let it move you. Let it be. Let it be. Stay focused on you and don't engage in any gossip either regarding this person. Maybe you are aware that, of exactly who this is, or maybe you're not. But if you are and someone tries to engage you in gossip or slander, don't partake in that. Let them be the one, who's building that energy to return to them. You maintain your balance and stay focused on you. Stay focused on people, places, and things that are for your highest good and that support you. Anything that shows resistance, that they are not for you, simply let them be. Leave them where they are. Keep them guessing, keep them wondering. You don't have to be under stress or under pressure. This person wants you to be gripped by some kind of anger or some kind of worry or stress. They want you to be confused. They want you to be boggled, mentally boggled, going back and forth with yourself. Okay? And so you're receiving confirmation. There are no coincidences of what's taking place here. Yes, they are gathering. Let them gather. Let them chatter. Let them gossip. This could be someone at your job. Maybe you show up at work and this is not regarding your child overhearing something. This could be you hearing someone talk about you, but you have to go to work every day and ignore it, or you're working around people whom you don't have the power to terminate them, but you love your job and you need your job to take care of yourself. You could be someone tolerating this. Spirit is saying, let them talk. Let them gather. Birds of the feather will flock together, and let them. Say nothing and do not be moved. There's no reason for you to be moved by this energy. You need not to entangle with it or put your attention on it. This is just a spiritual notification and confirmation of the download that you've been receiving is accurate. So you don't have to disregard it. And this is also confirmation that you are safe. When you were in communication, whether this was, in counsel, when you were astral traveling, in whatever way, veneration, whatever, when you were in, communicating with your spirit team, they told you that you were safe and you were protected, and you are. Okay. And so they will flicker and flash lights to people that you need to be aware of. And that's not to put fear into you. That's to let you know where not to waste your time. That's not to put fear in you. That's to let you know where not to waste your time, and be grateful and thankful for that. That's another gift that you have. It's like receiving notification, just like on your cell phone. You're receiving notification of who and what not to deal with so that you can continue to give birth to fresh new beginnings. Okay? Holistic ideas. Okay? Maybe you're into holistic living or eating. Maybe you're studying holistic practices, but you're giving birth to new energy and new ideas. You're moving forward. You're progressing forward. Your energy and your authenticity causes people to be very jealous. It causes them to stir up anxiety within them, and they don't know what's going on, but it confuses them, and you're doing nothing. You have nothing to do with what somebody else is feeling, and it's not your responsibility to heal anyone. It's up to them to come to their own knowing and understanding that it's good to mind your own business and stay out of the energy of others. They cannot stop any reaping that is due for you. What is for you will never pass you by. It is your season. You are very connected to spirit, to source, to the divine. And it's okay for you to smile and reap your harvest and enjoy who you are. Whether you are unorthodox, whether you're someone who does divination, whether you wear polka dot socks and plaid shirts every day with very loud colors, whether you wear oils instead of perfume because you recognize the difference for your well-being, doesn't matter what kind of moisturizer you use. You may prefer shea butter over cocoa butter, and that's your business, okay? Whatever life that you desire to live, they're saying for you to continue to proceed forward because there's so many people looking for a blueprint. They're looking for someone to guide them. They only go by what's trendy or what's traditional because they're too afraid to step out on faith. They're too afraid to be an individual. So the fact that you are confident enough to be yourself, darling, 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 you are so powerful and you don't even know it. And you are doing nothing to anyone. You're just being you. Confirmation. See the light? You're just being, that's how powerful you are. You're just being you. All right? When the lights flicker. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're just being you. And that's powerful. You mean tell me that you're irritating people just from them watching you? Wow. So what does that say about the person that's irritated, but they keep watching you? You must be important. There you go. Oh, just as I'm laughing, this person is laughing too. You keep on laughing and smiling. Let no one steal your joy. Let no one take your peace. But you already know to go within. You know how to communicate. You know what to do. I don't even have to name the things. You're already spiritually in tune. You know how to connect. Doesn't matter what your belief system is. All are always welcome on this channel. This channel is not about trying to coerce or persuade anyone to be anything other than what they choose to be. Okay? I'm well established in who I am, and I'm pretty sure you are too. Okay? But that's all this is. It's just a notification just to let you know we're not to waste your time. Okay? If you were to show up at work and you get an invitation to so and so's house or so and so's party, not to go there. That kind of energy. Just letting you know we're not to waste your time. Okay? And so we have the wheel here, remain balanced. This is about balance. And balance is here twice. While the wheel of fortune is turning in your favor and great things are happening for you, allow these things to keep happening. And the way you allow it is not engaging with the goofy. If you give a clown an audience, they will perform. They will set the stage and they will perform. So don't engage, okay? And therefore the clown will have no audience. Say less, have no conversation for this person whatsoever. If they do act like they want to carry a conversation because maybe their crew is off, is not working that day, so they need someone to talk to, because people do that knowing darn well they don't kick it with you, but their favorite coworker isn't in, so all of a sudden they want to talk to you. Treat your employment That's just what it is. Everybody is there to take care of themselves. And at the end of the day, if anything was to go down, they're going to save themselves. So treat your work as work. Let work be work and home be home. And don't mix the two. Okay. Keep your business to yourself, punch in, punch out, do your job, show up, remain grateful, and just keep minding the business that pays you. Okay, let's get some oracle cards before we get out of here, because this is natural. People are going to gossip. They're going to have assumptions. Never ever explain. Let them think what they want. You'll have a more peaceful life. Spirit is saying you'll have a more peaceful life. Two more cards. Oh, thank you. Say, ask you shall receive. Okay. The first card we have here is loss. Okay. And so, like I said, this person is experiencing a lot of loss and hurt, and this is how they feel, like they're falling apart in the inside. But that's personal. That has nothing to do with the collective, okay? You have already been on your journey, of dealing with gossip and slander. I'm picking up you've been there, done that. Maybe in the past, maybe you were likely to respond to a goofy or a clown. Maybe you were likely to engage so that the clown can perform, but you're done with that. That part of your life is over. You've chosen to raise your sail and go on a different route. You're on a different island, and it's about peace, and it's about abundance, and it's about having harmony, okay, in relationships that are healthy. And the next card we have here is gather. And so Spirit is saying with gather here, this gather represents staying centered and grounded, and being able to gather all of you inside and out, and harnessing the power, and the energy that anyone that may be sending you, and you can transmute that into something positive. You can use it to create. Okay, make sure you're practicing your spiritual hygiene, but you can gather all that is in and outside of you at all times and transmute that energy into something good. But this also represents staying centered and grounded, and that's being able to uh, move things without friction, but being patient and willing to be still and stay within your frame and not become upset, not becoming emotionally or spiritually disheveled, but remaining whole through the process. Don't allow this person or these people to disturb you. Always remember that you can always communicate and talk to source. It's not a special conversation. It's not a special way of speaking. People can speak and communicate, with the creator in whatever way they feel is appropriate for them. You can use fancy words or you can use easy words. Okay, if you want to create your own language that only you and source know about, you can do that also. And so that's for somebody that needs to hear it. But always know that you are protected, and communication is available. Your spirit team is here guiding you all the way. So continue to stay confident in what you do and being who you are, because this reading is clearly speaking about that, about people passing judgment and making assumptions because they don't have access to you, or they're not able to control you, and they're also unhealed. So they rather, slander, start rumors, tell lies. Let them, nature takes care of its own. We see this season after season. The truth will reveal a lie, and a lie will reveal the truth. Later.